So every day, in every way, I have kept the promise not to drink. And I'm very proud of that. But I want to talk about something else for a second. And it's a little loud out here this morning. We're getting, our roofs are getting redone. So I'm going to keep this real short. I wanted to talk about some of the things that I do in order to remain on track, right? But that I don't always want to do. I made the promise to myself not to drink. And in order for me to have been able to stay on track, I've had to keep a series of small promises that I've made to myself. I don't always want to go out on date night with my fiance. And it's not that I don't want to go out on a date with her, right? It's just I don't always feel like keeping the date. I do run a company, and it's basically in construction. We paint homes. And I don't always feel like going out on a date, on date night. But if I don't go out on those dates, if I don't keep those promises to myself, because I never made no promises to my fiance, okay, then I'll feel that. And I'll be thinking to myself, what could I rather be doing than going out on this date, right? And every single time I go out, it's just getting out and going. Because once I get out and go, I always have a fantastic time. It's my mind usually telling me, like I need to save energy for the next day or something. Or telling me how hard I worked and that I would rather feel like laying around and watching TV. And we do that enough nights. We don't go out on dates enough. We try to go once a week, right? And so I feel worse when I don't keep my dates with my fiance. So what's the point in staying home to lay around and save my energy? Just to feel worse, feel regret, right? And I feel kind of pathetic too. It's a real simple thing to do. Take someone out who is always in your corner and, will do anything that you ask them to do. And works so hard to even pull her own weight, right? Or like with my sons. They want to go out every single night and just kick the ball around. We got this red kickball. We go out front. And we're usually out there about 20 minutes at the most. Especially if we really get to launching that motherfucker, right? Start hitting other people's cars and shit like that. We're definitely going to come in a lot sooner because we don't want to get busted. Even though everybody knows it's a kickball and everybody's car gets hit. But the point is, again, it's usually something that we, it's something that we do after work. It's later in the evening. And so, again, it's usually my, I call it like my bitch mind, right? That my bitch mind just wants to kind of sit around and reserve my energy. And it's a stupid thing. You can't save your energy anyways. And also, by the way, I learned that if you want to be a person that has more energy, you use more of your energy and then you have more, right? So again, I'm kind of robbing myself when I don't keep those small promises. And those are basically like the reps that you don't really want to do, right? They have nothing to do with working out, which, by the way, I've kept that promise too. I've been staying in fantastic shape. I haven't always been wanting to do them on camera. It's more of a setting up issue. But again, that's another thing right there. I need to keep this backyard gym series going. YouTube seems to like it. The signals are good. So that's another one of those promises that I'm keeping to myself. I need to make sure that I'm still doing those on camera. Even though I'm doing my workouts, I need to be doing them on camera. I'm still trying to build a YouTube channel here, right? And build a community. So I just wanted to kind of talk with you guys about, keeping the promise to quit drinking. That's the big promise, right? But keeping all the small promises to myself has been what's helped me the most. And before I go, when you make promises to yourself, right? One thing that I've found that's very helpful, make sure you're framing it as you want to keep your integrity with yourself, okay? Rather than perfectionism. As you know, but I want to remind you, integrity in a situation like what I'm doing is where I do what I say I'm going to do because it's building the person that I want to become, okay? Whereas perfectionism would be like me doing what I say I'm going to do because the gap between who I am and who I want to be is so big that it feels like it's like proof that like I'm still the old version of myself. I don't feel that way. I'm so close to being the person that I've wanted to be my whole life. If I'm not already that person now, I'm so close to being that person. So for me, it's about keeping integrity. Okay, I need to keep this momentum going and this ball rolling in the direction that it's going. It's fulfilling all of my dreams, and I just have the peace and contentment that I've always wanted to have. So much so that I can come on and feel comfortable enough to even talk with strangers, But we'll get the workout stuff going more too. And just wanted to stop and talk with you guys for a moment. I'm getting ready to head out to work right now. But have a great rest of your day, okay? On purpose. God bless you. I'm out of here, you guys.